I really do. It's just really, really bad. I think that they should have a telethon like they do for muscular dystrophy or for curing cancer. They should have one of those 5K walks and have everybody with a T-shirt with a pair of gonads on the front. It says "Fight testosterone overload." But it's a mental issue. I'm more interested in being profitable than I am in being right. And really hear what I said in that statement. I'm way more interested in being profitable than I am in being right. When you try to trade to be right, believe me, you're going to get your ass handed to you. Okay? Well, Curry, I heard you wear your pink spandex anyway, so I don't know about getting in touch with the feminine side. There's a rumor going around that you just like pink spandex no matter what the situation calls for. I'm just teasing, Curry. All right? So keep that in mind. The idea is to be more interested in what's profitable and less interested in trying to be the guy that picks the bottom and the top to show off to your friends. Okay? That there's no money in that. There isn't a penny in going into a chat room and bragging about how you made this kind of pips, that kind of pips. Basically, your homework for now. I'll get into that over the weekend. I'll try to reach you by email. All right. But what I want you to do is to find um, 5 pictures of downtrends on 5 different time frames. So you're going to find 25 downtrends. You're going to find 5 downtrends on an H1, 5 downtrends on an M30, 5 downtrends on a D1. It doesn't matter as long as it's 5 different time frames. And then I want you to draw the waves like this. Draw a wave down, and then draw the wave back up, and then draw the wave down, and then draw the wave back up. Whoops. You got me? But I want it on 5 different time frames. 5 charts on 5 time frames. Because I need to be absolutely sure that A, you see that this is a very repeat behave the same way, and B, it will burn the images into your brain until when you turn the chart on, you can instantly spot the trend. You don't have to worry about, you know. No, it doesn't have to be on one pair, Jay, but it must be 5 different time frames. So you could do the 1 hour on a pound dollar. You could do the 5 minute on the dollar yen. You could do a 30 minute on the dollar franc. It doesn't matter what the pairs, but it must be 5 different time frames. UNG. And then take the picture, either copy the pictures onto a Word document, which is easier because you can create your own book that way. You follow what I'm saying? Because as I teach this, you guys are your own book. I just want to find some. Oh, I'm going to be just typing here for a second. Just hang on a sec. All right. So you guys understand that. That's what I want you to accomplish right now. And also, I want you to think marathon. Okay. Now I understand in the last 3 trades, we made what was it, 1,100 bucks in the last 3 trades, which is good. But I want you to really lock into your brain that it'll take you a few months to get to that kind of proficiency. Don't think that you're going to learn this overnight. I really want you to think tortoise because once you get this under your belt, you have it forever. All right. What is a long time? J101 just typed in long time. What do you mean by long time, Jay? Oh, you're crying because it's going to take you 6 months? Oh my God. I don't know. You scare me, Jay. You scare me. But if you want to do this and get to the point where you can consistently, I've been trading. This will be my 7th year in June, And I spent 2.5, almost 3 years, literally getting my ass handed to me back and forward, losing money and everything. And then I had to revamp everything, and I started right from the beginning. Okay, and then I started to teach myself, and I started looking for the information I needed, and that's when it all got really, really good. So for the last 4 years, things have just been great. And a big part of what I do is when I was trying to learn, oh, please don't even talk about Andy Sherman. Let's not even go there. All right. All right. Now, I know people that have been trading a lot longer than I have, and I've been to many of the bucket shops in New York City and some very, very famous ones. And I met a number of bank traders. And without mentioning names, I will tell you when I saw what they were doing to try to trade, scared the shit out of me. Because now I see why, if they make 10% a year, they're happy as a pig in shit. I can clearly see why. Okay, because I don't know who taught them. I don't know where they're coming up with this stuff. And I mean, I sat right next to bank traders, and I was just floored. And I would ask a couple of basic questions, and some of these guys really didn't know what they were looking at on the chart. I don't know whose brother-in-law or uncle-in-law or whatever they were, but wow. So that told me that just because they've got the suit and they've got the desk and they've got the fancy name on their business card, that doesn't tell me they know what the hell they're doing. Okay? Yeah, I was Curry. I've had the opportunity. I live in New York City, so all the big firms are here. And Joe can tell you, I'm the type of guy, I will get in the car, I will come to your office, and I will shake your hand and sit down and talk to you. That's what I did with Joe before I got involved with Pioneer Trading. This just the type of guy I am. I roll up my sleeves and I actually do the work. Okay. I just want to show you something from one of my students' homework. Let me just pick one out here. It says, do I have other teaching slot? I'm not sure what you mean by that, Jay. No, right now only the morning sessions. As time goes on, I actually do want to work out something where I maybe one day a week I teach during London, because the trades that set up in London are just absolutely phenomenal, and you can really, really do well trading in the London session. And I've got a London breakout session, a breakout technique that I like. I've got a couple of chart patterns that develop usually in London that I like also. But for right now, this is where I am 4 days a week. All right. Now, just to give you an idea of how I do things, let me bring this over here. This is one of my students' homework, and this is what I want to get you guys to do, Gene and Jay. Now, he did all this. I showed him how to copy the pictures and how to, like paste them into a Word document. So in this particular lesson, we were talking about the 1, 2, 3 pattern. And here, he wrote down the definition based on what we covered. And then his job was to find a bunch of 1, 2, 3 patterns. And then the next job is to explain the pattern, explain what all the parts of the pattern, and then find another example on the chart, and then entry rules for a long, um, and you get the idea. And this is the fib extension on the profit targets. And he did all this. He wrote this. I have a bunch of these from a lot of my students, but they write their own book, because if I just hand you some shit, you might read it, you might not. But if you write it, I guarantee you'll be sitting on your toilet with it in your hands. Okay? You got me? Here's another one. This is another pattern that I teach called King's Crown. I call it the sea creature also, because in my twisted mind, I see all these candlestick wicks up here. Let me make this a little bigger so you can see it. Like in my mind, you see all these candlestick wicks? To me, it's like the arm or the hand of a sea monster. It reaches up and it pulls price down back under the ocean. Or it could pull price up from the middle of the earth, like in here. And I have fun with it. I just make up stuff that. So this homework was assignment was to go out and find me, like 15 king's crowns. And this is what he did. He put them in a Word doc. So now I know he can spot a king's crown when the time comes. Do you follow me on that? So that's the kind of thing that we do, and we go over this with all the major chart patterns, and then it becomes a matter of you picking what works for you. Okay, and when we got into money management, um, no, I smoked it all up, Daryl. When I was younger, trust me, I probably smoked enough stuff to build a small Vietnamese village. But that was then. I'm just looking for one other thing here. Just give me a sec. Let's see if it's in here. Just bear with me, guys. I'm looking for a particular thing for you. Ate a lot of Cheetos. Yeah, been there, done that. I just want to find one other thing that I don't see here. Okay, here we go. I'm going to bring this over. This is a lot size calculator. And I won't get into the functioning of it at the moment, but you'll get it when the time is right. Can everyone see this spreadsheet? Okay, great. I'm going to go to the journal tab. Now, this was from one of my students also. And here we have a spreadsheet here where, as you can see, it lists what symbol, whether it was a buy sell or a trade sell, how many lots were traded, and which pattern he was trading. And as you can see, he happened to like wedge patterns. And for you guys that were here over the last few days, I spoke briefly about the wedge patterns. And these are reversal areas or the instant reversal candles. And this is a trend channel. This is a 1, 2, 3 pattern. All right. And what I want, and you see these are his profits down here, 119, 35, 78, 20. Here he had a $148 loss. He had $6 win, $15, $30, $18, and it goes on and on and on. At the end of it all, I didn't put these $2 amounts in the bottom. At the end of it all, he came out of this quite profitable. All right. But what I want you to notice is that this was June. Okay. And let me go back to the last. All of this was in June of 2011. Okay. So in this 1 month, and it was really 2 weeks, I want you to see this. In 2 weeks, I believe we made about $600 or so out of this count in total. But what's important about this is I want you to look at his lot size. He's trading 2 cents a pip. You see that? Here is 10 cents a pip. Here is 4 cents a pip. Here is a penny a pip. Here is 6 cents a pip. All right? Here is 4 cents a pip. He's not trading an enormous amount of money, and he's got about an 85% hit rate. You see, anything in red was a stop out, in green was a take profit. So in this column, column number 6, he had a take profit of $6 on this trade, trading 4 cents a pip. So do the math. If he's doing 4 cents a pip and he ended up with $6, that was a pretty nice trade. And then what we do is at a certain point, you move your stop to break even. And that's what he did. So he pulled half the trade off, got $6 out of it, moved the stop to break even. That's what the gray boxes represent, the red boxes. You guys follow that? And you'll get to this point also. And you can see he's got he only had one real legitimate loss here. That was this one, and it happened to be a news day. He took a trade and didn't pay attention to the fact that news was coming out, and it turned around and burned him. Okay? And I just want you to see that any of the other ones, these were not actual stops. This is when he moved the stop loss up to break even. And then the price came back and, took the trade out. Okay? But understand, he's making very, very good money trading pennies. 4 cents a pip, but he made $62. Do the math. And most of his trades are on 4-hour and daily charts. All right? So I want you to understand, you don't need an initial massive amount of money to get started on this. But you do need to have a plan. Got it? Okay, so I'm going to close that, and it's actually now 11 o'clock. Can 80% win rate be a bit too high? Absolutely, positively not. Absolutely, positively not. I don't know. It's absolutely possible to get an 80% or 90% hit rate. Let me dig into some ancient history here. I just want to show you guys, some of you guys have seen this, but these are some robots that I've worked on in the past with a friend of mine. Let me just roll down here because it's kind of a long chart. All right. I just want you to see something on this. Okay, here we had 184 wins and only 6 losses. Can you guys see that down here? We had a 97.1 hit rate. I want you to understand this. This is not complicated, but you have to be very, very simple and very clear about your rules. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I see a J101 is saying someone teaching Garley butterfly pattern. I don't care what the pattern is you use. Did you understand that? It literally doesn't matter. I want you to be able to see what price is doing. And then if you have your own favorite entry, if you've got your favorite thing you like to do, I'll show you where to start taking those trades where you can get the most bang for your buck. And if you don't have a system, I have plenty of systems that I could teach you that have rules that are clear-cut, well-defined, and if you follow them, you should be okay. One of the issues I had with one of my former guys where I used to teach was I wanted to offer a money-back guarantee where if someone gave us X number of dollars, and I won't get into what he was charging, the students, but my intention was, if they take 100 trades with my rules, and if at the end of those 100 trades, their account is negative, even by a penny, they should get all of their money back. And the guy I worked with didn't want to offer that kind of guarantee. But I was willing to do it, even if it had to come out of my pocket. Because I really, really believe if you keep things simple and, keep your head on straight, you don't have to... you don't have to struggle. Okay, so Phil 919, Gartley pattern is great in zigzag measured moves and great in solar retracements, and Gartley has both. Yeah, the Gartley pattern is a pretty well-known pattern. I have a Gartley indicator, but it's not on this platform. The Gartley is great if your eyes can pick up on it. Most people cannot pick up on a Gartley pattern but with the naked eye. So they all rely on a Gartley indicator, most of them. And that's an indicator that will draw the butterfly pattern on a chart. You follow me? And if you're good with that, then go for it. Stick with it. But my intent in what I'm trying to do is, I'll give you an example. This is not a trade setup right now. but I just want to give you a quick example. Let's say we wanted to enter below the low of this candle. See this candle here with the wick? Let's assume we wanted to enter short below this candle. All I'm trying to tell you, all I'm trying to get you to see, and let me mark this, I'll make it a sniper. Okay, so now I'm going to go down to a lower time frame and I'm going to look for this crosshair. So we're on a 1 hour, let's go to a 5 minute. And then you'll understand where I'm coming from. Now, I want to go short below this price point. If Gartley is my baby, then I want the entire Gartley pattern to happen under this price point. You get what I'm saying, guys? I want the entire Gartley pattern to happen under this price point. And that's kind of a goofed up Gartley, but the Gartley guys get what I'm trying to get at. You understand? As long as it happens under this price point, there's a high probability price will not go back up here for any reason. So again, it's a matter of knowing where to place your trades and how to use much, much smaller stops. All right? Everybody understand what I'm getting at here? And when the time comes for systems, believe me, you'll be sick of systems. It will then become a matter of what works for you. What method are you the most comfortable with? What things on the chart can you see the best? And that's how we'll progress from there. All right. Are there any questions, Gene and Jay? And I want to thank everybody else for sitting through this. You know, I wanted to get them up to speed, and I'll be doing a little bit of work with them behind the scenes to get them up to speed. I will not be in the room Monday. Okay, Tuesday I will be back. And Tuesday or Wednesday, I want to go through support and resistance. There are 4 kinds of support and resistance, and it's good to know. Oh, okay, Rob. I haven't given out homework. This is the first homework I've given out so far, Rob, because there were a number of different people here from different venues, and I wanted to kind of get everybody on the same page. So I haven't handed out homework yet. All right, so I need to make sure that everyone's on the same page with how to do the homework and how to send me the information. No, Jay, there's not much else you can do right now, except I'm going to send you some documents to read in your email. If you wrote to my email, I'm going to send you some documents to read and a couple of videos on candles. One of the videos, I like the way the guy, did the information. His voice is a bit much to get used to, but I like the information. The information is much more important than the guy's voice. You know what I mean? And I'm all about trying to get it right. And I'm about what will make me money. So I'll send you some information on basic candles and a couple of simple videos, and then we'll pick it up from there. All right. And now what we'll do is Tuesday and Wednesday, we're going to go over support and resistance. Tuesday, actually, I need to finish up with the consolidation patterns. We have to cover bull flags and bear flags. That should take about an hour. And then after that, I want to go into support and resistance. Okay? And after support and resistance, I believe the week after that, we'll get into individual candles and what stories are inside individual candles. And candlestick DNA, just a single candlestick. What's in that DNA that we can pull apart and use? All right? So, gents and ladies, enjoy your weekend. Gene and Jay, I'll be in touch with you over the weekend. I've got a few things I have to do. I've got like a domestic routine I have to get to. And I'll see you guys Tuesday at 8:30. And please tell a friend, bring a friend if you can. That would help keep this whole thing going. Okay? I will say so long for now, guys. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you, Rob. Thank you, Jay. Thank you,